Ooh, Sennheiser's nice. I'm not even making eye contact with the sound guys who are rolling their eyes that I'm doing this. I apologize. We'll fix it when I'm done. I am a caregiver. This is just about the worst role you can play in an ordeal like this. Make no mistake, none of us would trade places with a patient. I mean, we all say that. I wish it was me, take me, but put to the test, we'd all fail. But a caregiver is like a substitute teacher. You know that they have good intentions, but they are not qualified for the job. This is, imagine the students, Patty Danner may call out sick tomorrow, and if she does, we're sending in this rusty pitch pipe to take her place. That's me, a caregiver, the rusty pitch pipe. Make no mistake, I love my children, and I'm a much more engaged father than either of our dads were back in the day. But if I say underarm deodorant, Deidre leaves the room. It's not entirely my fault. My father taught me about sex by giving me a book written by priests. It's kind of a head scratcher, right? So if Elena were to ask me a question about a woman problem, I would tell her to Google it. The only benefit to my approach compared to my father's is that at least Google's search results answer aren't written by the Franciscan press. But being a caregiver makes you realize the potential enormity of your loss, but it also makes you look at the chasm between what your family actually needs and what you can do. And being a caregiver also brings into question all of your beliefs. I don't believe in early detection treatment. I don't believe in early testing. There are too many false positives. There's too much unnecessary treatment. And I swore that I would never participate in this until Elena said, "Mom, you're bleeding through your shirt." I don't believe in the math of epidemiology. I'm a technologist. I understand big data. And I also understand that it can lead us to false conclusions. So I didn't know what to make of the doctor when she said, "Oh, there's a 1 in 800 chance that the bleeding is something serious," until Donna was the one. I don't believe in prophylactic treatment. I think doctors are much too quick to cut, not out of any bad intent or greed, but because we as a society demand action. Do something. Do something. Until my wife looked at the Atlantic Health portal on her birthday, looking for good news, looking for some reason to celebrate, and saw the words invasive cancer. I don't believe in cosmetic surgery. I think we're a vain society. I think we're focused too much on the aesthetic. And I think we think that the facade of models and actors and actresses is something that's real. So I swore I would never give a dime of my money to a plastic surgeon my entire life, until my beautiful wife had a double mastectomy. And now she cries every time she takes a shower, or when she sees herself in the mirror, or when she changes her clothes, or when a comedian makes a boob joke, or when the sun comes up. And I believe that cancer was a scourge and that nothing good could come of it. But now we've lived with it for 3 years. So now what do I believe? I believe we spend too much time formulating and defending our beliefs instead of holding hands. I believe that we define ourselves by our jobs and what people think of us instead of defining ourselves by how we treat one another. I believe that we think that winning has something to do with material possessions or money, when in fact winning has to do with how well we spend our time, how much happiness we create, how much joy we impart. I believe that our kids are winners largely because their mother is still with them. I mean, I'd make a terrible mother, really. As a substitute for Donna, between me and the rusty pitch pipe, it's a coin toss at best. And I believe it's a tragedy that it took a near tragedy to get us to let go of our useless beliefs and to start living better. But we did, or we're trying. And we're grateful for that every day for as long as we can breathe. I still believe cancer is a scourge. I wish there were a cure, or better yet, real prevention. But we can respect what it did. My wife has always said She wants something good to come out of any bad situation. Well, so we did learn something, in fact. We're alive and woke. We're wary, but we're wiser. We're living, and we're loving each other harder than we ever knew we could. You don't thank your enemy at the end of a battle that you've survived, but you can respect what your enemy did. You can respect the debt that you owe for your enemy pointing you in a different and a better direction.